Hopefully not PL again.
Yeah, and Empire actually do have last pick.
Yeah, who are the carries still available? Arteezy might run in this.
I don't see any other. Void.
I think it's really hard to play Razor against AA.
Yeah, it's not a nice game. They could just like last pick a nice strong laner and then go aggro.
They could pick AM too. They do AM versus Venom.
AM against Sven though?
Yeah, it's
There's not that many options, right? Not many things left.
Wyvern again.
this pick it's like it counters this Fender.
So at this point, it looks like Evil Geniuses is waiting for pick 5 for Arteezy.
Yeah, I mean, I could see they could go kind of all in and do some sort of like bone, like some clinks or something. That's not Arteezy hero. We haven't seen it in a while though.
That would be fun. I would love to see Flints. He creates a lot of action in the mid game, running around invisible.
These heroes like this AA and some of those like Venomancer potentially can die very easily to that hero.
Yeah, they definitely don't have good mobility at all in this. Squishy.
EG
They also need a type
turn
though.
to ban.
They're gonna Bat Rider. They don't Bat Rider.
Yeah, Bat Rider's lasso obviously great at snatching Nature Prophet.
EG
Little tough to play versus NS though.
turn to pick.
Hey, Bat Rider, nice call. And
Oh,
Terror.
I also needs to pick Conflict.
All right, when in doubt, go to the Terrorblade.
what about Terrorblade fits in here? I mean, obviously there's Sven, who's great against illusions in general with his cleave attack. Why Terrorblade here for EG? Fit into the fact that they want to do a push-heavy lineup?
Fits multiple reasons. Yeah, I think he pushes very well. He's one of the few heroes that can also heal up from AA and Venom. I think Weaver and Terrorblade are the only. They're like the two main cores that can still get their HP back. But mostly, I think because
He can kite the spin.
they're still LC. LC Empire picks a lot, especially now that the Terrorblade might be okay,
Yeah, I think those is pretty nice.
but not good versus Winter Wyvern.
Yeah, let's see.
But it's good for the summons. I don't know. It's kind of a tough call here.
15 seconds left for Team Empire with the final pick. And already they have a pretty nice setup to just make sure that Resolution can be comfortable.
Are they gonna random like NewBee?
KeyArena, choose your
Alright.
Ah, Mirana.
That's a mid run.
Wow, FN.
So
hits
is this the
Mirana.
offlane? Is it Venomancer offlane or the Nyx? Yeah, it's Venom offlane. So they're taking kind of a page out of, was it the Liquid?
Could they aggro?
Around that? They could potentially try that.
Yeah. Jungling viables? I haven't seen any. Yeah, I haven't seen in a while. I think jungling's pretty bad now.
Well, at this point, the lineups have been locked in. EG, 1 game away from elimination. Empire, 1 game away from top 8. Let's head into game number 2 of EG versus Empire.
Who thought we could potentially be in this position, Cinder? And Evil Geniuses 1 game away from being eliminated from TI7. I know the crowd here will have something to say about that, but so will Team Empire, being 1 game up so far. I'm not going to say a convincing performance, a long performance, so a typical Empire performance.
You don't think they were convincing that last game?
I don't think it was one-sided. Compared to the games we were looking at yesterday, like this was a little bit more where potentially EG had a chance to come back.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a complete shutout, but I definitely say Empire had control.
I think they dominated for minute 25. But you're right, for the first part of the game, it looked like a pretty close game. Now we'll see in this game if Evil Geniuses can come together better, play their lineups advantages a bit better, and this time around at least they won't have the vision problem. This time they have the Night Stalker.
Yep.
There's no Bat Rider in the game. There is a Nyx, which is like a wild card thing, because Nyx support, I would say in general, has had huge success this tournament, and it's good against specific heroes in this. I do have a pretty good matchup against Nyx overall. The silence is very annoying. If he sees you on top of the sentry ward at any point, he can actually just almost solo kill you, but at least set you up for a very easy kill for your team. Once again, though, I have to question a little bit. I'm not sure about this Winter Wyvern pick again. It seems a little bit out of place. It's being picked into 3 or 4 magic damage heroes from Empire. It's good against the Sven, sure, but does that really does that give the hero turn the hero into a good pick? I'm personally not the biggest fan of this choice. I think the rest of the picks for EG are good and make a lot of sense for what they want to do.
I'm interested to see if it's
We'll see if
also
it
a
comes
pickup
together.
to try and counter against some other potential options. But then again, like the Ancient Apparition from Empire kind of counters almost everything that EG was potentially also thinking about jumping into. I'm thinking about what's happening with the Alchemist pickup. If it was going to come in straight up Deep Warden, so EG will at least have a safe flame vision advantage. And Crit can be the first one to spill blood, even though it's a poor, innocent ward.
30 seconds.
Damn, it's been a long time since I've seen this. Night Stalker without wings. That's...
I don't know if we actually have that with the Observer.
I'm pretty sure they do. I think I saw it on their monitors.
He's been clipped. He's a house bird now, this Night Stalker.
An old bug.
Yeah, he's currently missing his wing. So I'm sorry, you've been clipped. Resolution. Actually, Universe had a really wonderful play. He just locked him into the edge of a tree and did a good 200 damage and forced Resolution already burn one Tango. And it wasn't even a hero, it was just the trees doing the work.
Zai's gonna try to come in and contest the rune, but Ghostic is there, will actually skill Gale. They do have Arrow on FN as a possibility as
Crit's
well.
on the way in. He doesn't
and Roger's connecting.
He doesn't have Cold Embrace here for Crit, so instead it's just the Arrow. Zai, real issues for him, and FN will take the first kill, bringing down Ninth-Stalker. That was an interesting mission. He didn't have an Observer ward, it was just Boot Smoke running across the river, maybe Courier Snipe.
It's very unusual for a support to be killed there. At least it has been in this tournament. The Venom's positioning was excellent there from Ghostic, and they had the right heroes at the right time to make that kill happen. Now, he did have to skill Gale. This will make him a bit weaker in this lane, arguably. He would like to have Poison Sting going up against the Terrorblade. This good sustained magic damage harassment can give him an advantage, but at the same time, it's also 1-on-2. I'm wondering what Ghostic's going to do here, if he's going to be able to get some good experience or just get shut out.
He's going to get body blocked up by Crit. You can taunt all you want with bananas, but you've just slipped on the peel, trying to run away from that Metamorphosis. Arteezy has to go down the river, but Arctic Burn just came back off cooldown for Crit. There goes your Gale, but Zai, remember where this guy was, body blocks him up and allows Crit, in fact, to get the last hit. EG will get something for their safe lane, but Sumail, real issues in the mid. Back under the tier 1 tower. They don't have mana burn, it's the Impale. They trigger off the south. The damage from FN is enough. One last arrow from the Mounted Ranger. Able to reach behind the tier 1 tower.
Really nice plays from both teams. That body block from Crit was beautiful. That was a 3 or 4 second full body block that he managed to pull off, and it was necessary for Zai to connect. At the same time, they get this connection in mid, and for once, Nyx skilled stun level 1 and not mana burn, and that's because they went for that first blood. And it did probably, I didn't see the play itself, but it's probably a connection with the Impale into the arrow of FN to set that kill up. So.
And he still gets level 2 now, so the hard life for the Intel heroes in the mid begins again for Sumail. Needs to have his bottle, but for the moment he's only bringing out the healing salve as well as the circle of the universe. Resolution. Oh, there's not much more they can do to him apart from remove his life, but that's a big thing when he's only got 3 tangos left. And Crit, okay, tries to juke it in the trees, moves back up again, has to take flight, does not have a TP scroll, so Ghostic and Roger will be hunting this support. He buys boots, Crit, and he can afford a TP scroll as well now, but that means at least he doesn't lose any gold, but he'll lose his life under the tier 2 tower to Ghostic. Nice level 3 up for this Venomance now.
I think Crit was hoping to snipe the courier, but it's not in use, else his positioning there makes absolutely no sense. He's out in the middle of nowhere, but no courier to be found. Empire get themselves a freebie. Fortunately for Crit, like you said, almost no gold lost. He managed to buy up his items at the very least. Did he get the bounty rune? He didn't get the bounty rune there either, right?
No.
Or maybe? No, actually, I'm not sure. Maybe he managed.
He was passing through the neighborhood.
He may have gone.
Universe got bounty rune, Posh got Zai, and Crit all got the recent bounty runes.
So I guess Crit did get them.
Yep. Ghostic, Zai, and Arteezy. Well, trying to get rid of the Plague Wards. They're only level 1, so they're actually quite easy to deal with, so easy CS on the top lane. This Invis Rune of Maboshka with a lava combination, and the bottom is one way to do it. Even though Resolution doesn't have the War Cry to allow him just to dive underneath the tower, he still has the Storm Bolt, which synergizes nicely with the Cold Feet. And they can get that bonus damage from the Chilling Touch, which was early leveled up by AA.
It's one of the strongest dual lanes in Dota, I think. Sven AA is really powerful, maybe only really surpassed in terms of kill potential by something like Wraith King AA, which is
Smoke
arguably
coming.
even better.
Crit and Zai making their way towards the mid lane. FN's the one who's a very long way up underneath the tower. He wants to come up because it's a double creep wave there. Sumail can turn to try and fight. Universe will join in, and now you're seeing the power that can come with Nature's Prophet on your side. 4 heroes being brought, but that power still needs to result in the kill. The bottle charges from Mirana will not be enough for FN to survive, and Sumail will be the one to claim the scalp.
Ooh, that was close. It's important for EG to get that kill. I think that was a 5 damage kill or something like 5 damage overkill. Else FN would have been able to bottle again and actually survive that. So EG, by the skin of their teeth, they get that kill, and now they're going to look to be more kill hungry. This is a level 3 Night Stalker with a haste rune. Still without wings though, so he's kind of looking very funny here at nighttime.
They're coming in towards mid. He has the silence, got a 1-1-1 build, so they can get the silence into FM, but already the leap.
Very
But
quick
get him
reaction.
away, saw that splinter blast flying through the trees at him and just leaps away quickly.
Ghost takes level 4, by the way. This is the lane I want to have a little bit of a look at because offlane Venomancer is pretty unusual. It has been played a couple of times, but to me this...
Might look at a little bit later.
Yeah,
Bottom
wait a
lane,
second.
Mapochka and Resolution, they're surrounding around. Go for the easier kill, that will be Mapochka. The stun being thrown onto the melee creeps, it actually hits Zai, but it's still going to be the death of Mapochka. Actually at the hands of Zai as well. So, Venomancer.
Another good start for EG, similar to the last game. Guess his mouse disconnected again here, correct? Mouse, yep, okay.
Stop throwing him.
So, okay, this gives us a little bit of time to talk about the Venomancer. When you're playing core Veno, I think some of the big levels to keep an eye out for is level 3, when you get the 2 in Plague Wards, if that's the build you go for. It's generally every point in Plague Ward, apart from level 1, changes the hero a lot. Ghostic, if he feels like he has a hard time top, he can just go jungle. He can jungle all of his camps, even including the Ancients when he hits level 5. You can farm in those Ancient camps. Probably want to leave them to Sven though. And in addition to that, the sustained harass that he has against this Terrorblade, if they bring up some additional help, Arteezy can be threatened a lot. Speaking of threatening, bottom lane, once again, Zai is in a very good position.
He's trying to wrap around the back, but as Nature's Prophet just found out, you want to sprout Resolution, he's still got the Quelling Blade. He can still cut 3. And with Nyx Assassin with a 1-1-1 build, sitting behind Resolution plus Mapochka, it doesn't really look like they're looking for any kind of engagement.
They're going to try for mid again, it looks like. EG.
Yep.
What? Oh. FN's
Yeah,
he
he's
has the
running
shrine.
straight
He
into
has
him.
the shrine. He should be okay here if there's TP at...
Regeneration's good, there goes your TP, and there's no other stun. The Void was already used from Zai. Meanwhile, Universe dies on the bottom lane. That rotation to mid forced EG to take their reinforcements off that lane. Roger, there at the right time with Mapochka to get the kill.
Universe has been doing a good job to not die before this. This lane, in my opinion, is very difficult for Nature's Prophet to deal with. Just the sheer kill potential.
He's going mid now. So, okay.
Get some push going.
You die, hit into the tier 1 tower in mid. FN has been having a harder time. And Samela's Dream Coil and double damager. He would love it if Empire engaged into him.
He's ready to fight. Night Stalker is a little bit far away though. He's looking for an opportunity to top. Zai does have stick charges. He's going to get spotted by Plague Ward. Very nicely placed here from Ghostic. He will close in on his level 6. This offlane Veno is getting a lot of space.
This is a dangerous thing to do. An offlane, like a safe lane ban was normally trouble enough. It's that very quick levels. We even saw the hand of Midas Venomancer earlier today. But with Venomancer, once you hit level 10, your experience just comes so quickly with that plus 30% gain.
That looks like he's planning to go treads into Force Staff. Force Staff is a very, very good item against both the Puck and the Terrorblade. You simply need to create distance between yourself and these targets of EG. Bottom lane crit. Could get scary here. Standing back behind his tower, but Roger will clip him off.
There's no
think this
Arctic
is what he's
Burn.
going for.
They're way too deep for this. EG not going to force a rotation. Right now, they're still using that double damage rune of Samael to bring down the tier 1 towers. They're looking for a trade-off. Arteezy tricking Metamorphosis once more, so he's beating the tier 1 tower on the top lane. So a lot of tier 1 tower trade-offs. Empire try and take the bottom. Arteezy forced to fight Ghostic. I say forced, he's actually quite willing to do so. Dropping the Venomancer down, but he has a shrine he can utilize. Oh, Mapochka can't get out in time. Samael wanted to go and join that fight, but he got hit by an arrow from FN in the mid lane.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's going to be the phase boots completed for Zai. Unfortunately for him, it's at the end of the night time. This is the #1 prioritized item that we see Night Stalkers get in this patch. More or less just rushing it, maybe a magic stick or a range off in between, but that is the go-to. Just helps a lot with being able to cover distance with Hunter in the night. It makes you a bit more useful at daytime. You don't feel completely useless. But getting that extra damage in is very nice with the attack speed you get from Hunter in the night. At nighttime is such an extreme value point. 45 attack speed from that makes the phase boots hit really hard. But now it's day, so Night Stalker has to chill for a bit. Might see Zai take a lane, get some levels, or go pull. While the pressure keeps being put on from both sides. So Arteezy's having a great start this game on the Terrorblade. That's worth mentioning. He will be getting very farmed, but was forced back to base here by Ghostic. So that consistent harassment is starting to play a role in limiting Arteezy's farm.
Well, he's had to burn so much mana to stay up on that top lane.
Yeah.
It's the harassment is pushing in towards the tower, so there was a time he just had to retreat. But we'll regen up, TP back up to the top lane, and then it's a rinse and repeat. In 35 seconds, he'll assault the tier 1 tower, and more than likely this time he'll kill it if Empire can't stop him.
I don't think they're going to let him, though. I think they want to fight for that tower and maybe sacrifice their bottom one. This bottom tower will be hard for them to defend against this, these treants scouting. The potential rotation of the puck is excellent for fights in that area of the map. We'll see. For now, it's just Universe starting to push down this bottom lane, and there's no real contesting from Empire. It doesn't even look like they're just going to sacrifice this completely. All of them are moving away. EG with a good ward at the Shrine. We'll see the AA conceding this area, and should mean Empire are going to cross the map and try to do the same play on the top lane.
Everyone's seeing everything. Everyone can make really good choices. Even the Observer Ward watching Arteezy farm. And allow the Nyx Assassin to understand exactly what he can get away with, and allow Ghostic to start pressuring into that tier 1 tower. Send an illusion in, just drag the creep wave off. Arteezy is not giving the opportunity for Empire to really attack in. Instead, they're trying to force the rotations, having Universe beat into the tier 1 tower on bottom. FN's Invis Room might help them turn this fight around. But then again, there's only one of them here. There's no other help. Resolution's farming up in the small triangle jungle of Empire.
He got a big stack there.
Bullseye. Bullseye. There's your Void. He hasn't finished the job. FN has to leap himself away. Universe going to stay on the run. Crit trying to get in front of him as well. He's got Splinter Blast off cooldown right now. Doesn't have anything to really bounce it off. And FN with 8-1 charges decides it's not worth it. Zai, get the hell out of there. Face boots and around the trees. Under sub 100 HP. Night Stalker retreating from the fight.
And there we go with the tower trade. So top tower goes to Ghostic. Still working on that Force Staff. He's halfway. Sumail will pick up the Veil here, so a lot of damage is now available for EG. Might want to look for a fight, but as was pointed out by Tomato, this Nyx Assassin is a dangerous matchup when now that Roger gets his level 6, he's actually immediately going to TP bottom and uses Vendetta. He's going to look for a kill straight away on this Nature's Prophet, who, by the way, also has a bad matchup against Nyx.
But a perfect time to TP out. So
great read.
Bad matchup, easy if you have that mobility that comes from the TPs, be it from his scroll or his natural ability. And he's going for Orchid first after the drums phase boots. So looking for a straight up silence. Who do you think it's actually meant to focus on? Is it the Venomancer control?
It's good against multiple heroes in this game. I think targeted silences are very difficult to deal with for Nyx. They have Night Stalker and the Orchid then, and even the Puck silence to work with. Orchid against Mirana is outstanding. And like you said, Venomancer, if they can prevent Veno from getting spells off in the fight, they've already come a long way in terms of having the advantage. So.
EG.
Next smoke movement. Still no.
They're looking for resolution. They really want to kill on resolution. That Dire Observer Ward has already revealed the fact that he's farming up the Ancients. So Puck will come in first. They need a quick silence on him. And, well, not actually hamming. He'll get the Stormbolt onto the crit. And it may be enough damage. The Dream Call actually grabbing Ghostic. Wrath of Nature bouncing through from Nature's Prophet. Gave them that little bit of extra damage and Universe the kill. But EG are happy with what they got. They're getting the hell out of there. Keep resolution down.
Key kill.
Roger. If he can get this done, he can synergize with that. Actually, FN doesn't have arrow. It's 3 seconds before it comes back off cooldown. But he's watching Zai very closely. Through the trees, the stun will connect. Here comes your arrow. It'll only be a 2-second stun. But 2 seconds may be enough. Stick charge is available. Night Stalker cannot get up into the air and away.
Pretty unconventional build from Roger here, by the way. Well, maybe not so much, actually. But it looks like he went 2-1-2. I like this build a lot over the 3-1-1 just because of the Spike Carapace ability to set up your Impale. Maybe this is becoming more standard, but at least looking back over the last couple of weeks, we've been seeing a lot more focus on the Impale. But the second point Carapace makes that stun 1.2, and that is enough to get off the Impale. Against heroes like Puck, that's really important, because then you can coil, or you can Carapace the orb and then get your stun off guaranteed. It's also great against other heroes in this game, such as the Wyvern. The Splinter Blast can target you, and then you can counterplay that way. There's many ways of using Carapace in this game. It's actually going to max it out. It's going 2-1-3. This is when it's weird. Now it's really unusual.
Plus 0.6 seconds is what he's looking for.
Yeah, lower cooldown as well. It's
5 seconds lower.
This spell scales incredibly well. But so does Impale. And you know, a lot of the time you want to have that damage. But this control of Carapace can definitely be very powerful.
Well, right now, again, he's looking for a target under the cover of Vendetta. Nothing really offering itself as Resolution farming still underneath that dire observer wall. They didn't realize that gank was because EG had vision. Until now, Sentry Ward gets planted down. Maposhka even just putting it a little bit further north so he's able to check out the Ancient Camp. The rest of Empire putting their attention towards the mid-tier 1. And support's coming in. Wyvern will arrive. Splinter Blast is a great D-pusher. And FN doesn't want to stick around for that. So is the Orb. Very difficult to push into the EG towers when EG are prepared.
This Terrorblade game really farmed. Arteezy's having a great start so far. Pretty much uncontested farm. 156 CS minute 14. So currently at about 11 CS a minute. Will get a 15-minute Manta style for his efforts. And I think in this game he also has a better core matchup. It's not perfect. I think there are problems. Again, Farm Sven can mess with Terrorblade quite well, and there's some decent AoE damage, but it doesn't feel like that last PL game, which seems like semi-hopeless at times. Arteezy can definitely play a big game here. And it's interesting to see that this is in some ways similar to what Liquid ended up doing on when their backs were against the wall, where they had Miracle farm the troll for what seemed like an eternity, and then he really started carrying in that game. Maybe EG have decided to just adopt that style here.
It's going to be difficult for him. Like, farm him up, but Resolution's also taking that very greedy farm build again. Oh, it's like very greedy, like just more oriented towards an Echo Saver plus Mask of Madness. He's rinsing and repeating from game 1. It worked, but Arteezy definitely has a better start than game 1. And with the Observer Ward and Sentry down, they're trying to contest as much of the Ancients as possible.
I came in a little bit late, and Roger was also in a good position. You saw him use the Spike Carapace there in anticipation of the orb from Sumail. Didn't come out, however.
Sumail's now going to have to commit his orb to the mid lane to hold it off. Arteezy creates a couple of illusions, and then we'll look towards the bottom lane with Metamorphosis available. There should be a tier 2 tower to be taken. The trade-off is FN doing damage to the top tier 2 tower, getting space as well. Dire quickly scanning, wondering if anybody is coming in behind the mid lane. Not happening. The fortification is burnt, and this tier 2 tower is lost, and so is a lot of the access to Team Empire's jungle. Losing both the towers on the bottom as well as the one in the mid.
Terrorblade looks so terrifying sometimes.
Roger,
Yep.
he just wanted to interfere with Arteezy's movement universe. Maybe he's able to get a control. Zai's moving forward. There goes your first controller. He doesn't have Invis, but the Spike Carapace can't complete the TP. However, 4 heroes from EG come in, and maybe now Arteezy, he's got a little bit longer with that Metamorphosis, and the army of Treants, they can push in heavier. He's right there. The Ice Blast is a big radius, connects on 2 of the heroes. In fact, 3 with the chill on Arteezy. They're backing up. Sven's coming in. Resolution. Universe going to try and block him out with the trees. Resolution will have to run around. Arteezy needs some distance, but we've still got that Sunder. Level up and available. Looks to use it. Dropping Ghostic down low. Crypt, he's got the curse up as well. So they have counter team fight, and they're coated. Venomancer, real issues. The Splinter Blast bounces through the arrow and hits on the crit. He's dying to the poison sting in the trees, but Sumail jumped into the fight as well. Let the Dream Call go. Resolution FN locked in with the Ice Blast back up again. Sumail has to evade the damage as long as he possibly can, but he can't evade it for that long. FN already on top of him. So EG, some chip damage to the tier 3 tower, losing a couple of heroes. Is it worth it?
I don't think so. That looked like a good jump from Sumail, but nobody was there to take advantage of the coil. Arteezy was already way out of there. The Wyvern had used his spells and got arrowed. And then you're looking at Nightstalker, doesn't really want a team fight. You know, as we've talked about multiple times, not really a team fight hero. And Nature's Prophet had already used his ulti, so it's cool and all that you go in with the puck like this, but where's the follow-up damage? It's just not there. And then Nyx Assassin Carapace. You know what? It sucks playing puck against this hero. It really sucks. But they chose it willingly. They knew that Nyx Assassin was in the pool when they grabbed it, and Empire were pretty quick to respond with this mix of Roger. Been having a good game so far. Even though that didn't go too well for EG on the base siege, they still got the 2-2. Arteezy survived again. He's getting very farmed, but Rezo is once again, as you said, catching up. So Sven is actually only 400 net worth behind this Terrorblade now.
Yep. So the Terrorblade finally increases his attack range, finishing up the Dragonlance, and that is going to be the big thing. We understand Skadi comes in later for the Terrorblade, and you can start to kite the Sven out. Now will probably be the next thing we can look towards. How does Team Empire, with all of this net worth, actually turn that net worth into damage which is inflicted into EG? What are the problems they're going to have in the team fights?
Yeah, there's a lot of things to keep in mind for both teams when they go into these fights.
Resolution, blink, stun, Ice Blast. Okay, that Ice Blast doesn't even arrive. Resolution committed God Strength. With Mask and Madison Echo Saber, not a chance to survive for Crit.
This is one of those relatively unimportant kills. Like, Crit gets killed, he tried to push out the wave, he gets jumped by 2 heroes, one of them uses, or they both use their ultimates, but there's no building damage.
They run towards mid.
Okay, maybe if it transitions into...
You still got the God Strength, he phase shifts, the arrow won't connect, the dust is over on the next assassin, so they have the vision. Silence also returned. Roger, the Spike Carapace makes it impossible for Samel to get back down the hill as he hit him with that illusionary orb. But Arteezy's coming in, sending illusions to scatter around the northern side.
And they're going to hold their tower. So, all right here for EG. Now the question is this going to be a repeat of game number 1? EG have a good early game, their lanes are going pretty well, they have the farm on a couple of heroes. This is when they need to come up big compared to the first game. But you look at the team fight of Empire, and it just looks like taking fights for EG is going to be really difficult. They don't have the same kind of team fight prowess, so maybe what you're looking towards is combining your Night Stalker and Nature's Prophet to find kills, but it just seems like they've fallen off a little bit. Their peak is early on into the game, and those moves just didn't really exist for them.
You're still waiting for that big item to arrive for Nature's Prophet. Like, he has the Phase Boots and drums, but there was no increase of damage that comes from something like a Maelstrom. He's still trying to complete up that Orchid of Malevolence. Now, this is an easier thing to find. The Venomancer actually being pushed forward. Dreamcore cancelling his TP. And completely surrounded on the north side. That was his own Force Staff, trying to get further away from the Night Stalker to do his TP, but into the arms of the rest of EG.
Kill going to Arteezy, so he takes first place on net worth again. What else we got coming up? So Manta just got completed by the Mirana just a minute ago. The Terrorblade is building in toward Pike soon. We have both teams trying to build Solar Crest. Venomancer has the Medallion. Zai is close to his Medallion.
Oh, they found Maposhka. Ancient Apparition on the run away from Zai. Extra support comes in. The Ice Blast is nice. Zai gonna get cold-feeded, but they have enough life to survive. It is only a level 1 Ice Blast on the Ancient Apparition.
EG look like they're having a better time making moves. This Night Stalker is contributing a lot. Zai has set up 8 out of 9 kills for his team, constantly roaming around, gathering information, still without wings. What does it look like when he flies? Has he flown yet this game?
It looks...
It's like just flailing in the air, like flapping?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
It's when he realizes he didn't skip arm day, his arms just let him beat the wind into submission.
I feel like the hero should just look like this.
Just clipped. I feel he'll be very less impressive with his Immortal. Spike Carapace stung Crystal with the Winter Wyvern. Getting hit up by that Spike Carapace once more. Every time he lets that shard's out, it's just too much of a chance that's going to be reflected.
EG have done a very good job at not losing this mid tower. It's 21 minutes in. The top tower fell relatively early, but Empire haven't managed to take another structure just yet. Both towers for EG are low, so they will eventually be falling, but just delaying it this much has allowed Arteezy to get a lot of additional farm because they've kept the map control in their favor.
The same for Universe.
And they're looking for something bottom here. Reza would be a really big kill. He's hiding off to the sides, but Night Stalker will get eyes on him now.
Yep.
Could try to surround him from both sides.
He doesn't have his BKB yet, putting the urn on him, gonna make it difficult to get away. Here comes Universe, gives the extra vision, plus the Orchid Silence onto Sven. The damage will be more than enough. Resolution will fall, 50 seconds on the sideline. Image was chasing Nyx Assassin, turns on the Spike Carapace. Zai, fancy footwork, and now dusting up. Nyx Assassin TPing out. Is there enough damage? There is when Samel arrives with the Rift. And that is a big opening. You've actually got the push. Metamorphosis up for a fair amount of time. The only thing which isn't working here for EG is the fact that Arteezy doesn't have a creep wave to push into the tier 3 tower to force a reaction from Empire.
He doesn't have any mana either, so he can't make any illusions anymore, and he's just gonna, be happy with what he got. I believe he did get the kill on the Sven, which is another big influx of gold for the Terrorblade, overtaking him by a lot at this point.
Got 305 gold for that kill.
Still, though, similar to game number 1, it's not Empire with one farming core. It's not just this Sven that you're looking out for. FN is having another great game. He's really farmed 10 CS a minute, similar net worth to that of the Sven, and they're both way ahead of the puck. So a lot of pressure on this Terrorblade to deliver with all the space that Arteezy has been given. He needs to play a good game here later on, because when you look at their lineup, once again, the control of their lineup, the team fight is, I would say, inferior to that of Empire. So when push comes to shove and they need to go high ground, Arteezy needs to be big and he needs to not be out of position.
Well, here's the danger zone. We always said it was around the 25 to 20 minute mark for Evil Geniuses. We're smack bang plumb in the middle of that. And Empire smoking up. They were looking towards something. Originally, I think it was a gank on mid, but they turned their attention towards the Roche Pit. No easy way for EG to scout it out right now, because Universe doesn't have any trees in the neighborhood. Moonlight Shadow even being cast, and they are fine. Team Empire, they will take Roshan, not to mention EG Smoke. It just got broken. Roger is here into the cover. Moonlight Shadow gets a double stun into the double ice blast. This is exactly what EG didn't want. Samael is trapped. Where's the save? He blinks up off John. You're Scepter protecting him. You're John up Samael. He will survive and escape from Team Empire. But the damage is done. Roshan is still in the hands of Team Empire. Aegis the Immortal belongs to FN.
Very nice play from both sides in that situation. Roger setting up the beautiful 2-hero stun, and Samael quick under pressure to get out of that situation. Needed to cast his spells in that exact sequence, in that exact way to get out of that. Does manage to survive still. As you said, the Aegis does go the way of Empire. And this is one of the benefits you have of Nyx Assassin. It's just that when you go for a play like that, you feel pretty comfortable. They didn't seem to hesitate for a moment there, Empire. They just run into the pit. Nyx is scouting outside. Okay, they're not coming here. We feel like, okay, they're not going to contest, and they just take it from 100 to 0 with no flinching at all.
Yep. It's also interesting too, the fact that EG, like, they did smoke up, the smoke broke, but there was no instant detection. This allowed the Nyx Assassin to set up for that double stun.
Yeah, Nightstalker actually had dust on him, but I think Zai wasn't confident that he... First of all, maybe that Nyx broke their smoke, and secondly, where he was at that point in time. Now he's got eyes on Zai.
Again.
This is a dead Nightstalker, Toby. He's very dead.
Ice Blast, Storm Bolt, and it is easy as slice.
He could have tried to fly, but two problems with that. It was daytime, and he lost his wings this patch. You know, what are you going to do?
I sense you having real issues with this. Universe doing universe things,
one of my
pushing
favorite
down
heroes,
towards the
man.
bottom
What do you
lane.
want?
With a Splinter Blast, yeah, go by your Scepter.
Okay.
Crit is actually helping with the Splinter Blast, so Universe actually going to get some good momentum into the Tier 3 tower. The trade-off is still Empire taking the mid-Tier 2, but you can definitely see the idea here. Oh, wow, that TP, are you going to complete that one? Samael's coming in. The Yule Scepter stopping the Assassin from getting out there. They got that gem of True Sight over on the puck, but Samael, as quickly as he got it, he will lose it. It's now in the hands of Nyx Assassin. Evil geniuses. 25 minutes. This is the dead zone for EG.
This is really bad news. Samael, it seemed like a little bit of disconnect in what they wanted to do. So Nature's Prophet had that good push going on bottom, but he didn't dare to go for the high ground push. And then at the same time, Samael is coming in trying to stop these TPs, but stopping those TPs, it's nice, but doesn't have that big of an impact when you already gave up on the push on the bottom lane. And now high ground time for Empire.
That Observer Ward on the bottom, it saw the fact that RTZ wasn't in position with that Splinter Blast. They can keep their creep wave alive long enough. And the fact there's no puck, there's no Dream Call. The two counter pushes from EG that protect the high ground are lost. The attack damage on the tower is on 1 HP. Let your Illusion attack it, that'll do the work. The Catapult finishes the job. And TP's out. Resolution will be happy. Baboshka, the Void, it'll cancel off his TP as Zai hits the ground and kills off the Ancient Apparition.
Wow, AA has 3 smokes as well. Oh, bonus
nice
kill
catch.
time.
Venomancer going down, that is a nice bonus.
They still lost that 2-3. EG are not happy right now with how this is going. Like these last couple of minutes have been very bad for them. They know the Aegis is still on the side of Empire sitting on that Mirana, who, by the way, is getting really, really farmed. So here we go. There's the Yule Scepter, and I believe the coil is going to come out now, but the stun from Nyx even missing, but Sven made so hard. Samael has used all of his cooldowns. That defensive Yule, not available when you use it aggressively, phases on cooldown, and does not look too happy with himself in that moment. Definitely not the best play in that situation coming out.
Yeah, they definitely needed more numbers if he's going to go for that. Right now they have the numbers against the Nyx Assassin getting caught. Here comes Aegis Prophet as well. The Silence TP won't complete. So the Gem of True Sight.
Oh, he gave it back. That
actually just gave it back.
That is very important for EG. So that's the best. I mean, debatable. Maybe it's a better kill than a core. Like, this gem is really, really important. You don't want EG in the same position as last game where they lose complete control of the map and don't dare to go out. At least they have better split push this game, arguably, with the Nature's Prophet and the Terrorblade illusions to try to get the waves out. But still, in some ways, it seems like we're watching the same archetype of game play out here. And EG need to make sure the same mistakes don't happen again.
Sven getting bigger and having no easy, quick answer to him. There is more answers in this game for Evil Geniuses. And as long as they can keep that vision up, like that's probably the bigger difference between Game 1 and Game 2. Now they have this Gem of True Sight back. They get rid of both the aggressive Observer wards from Team Empire. Team Empire now have no wards on the map. The only one they have is in the stock of the Ancient Apparition with 4 sentries. So might be a good idea to see where that Observer Ward goes down, just so we can see the mentality of Team Empire. Do they hold back? Do they wait this off? Aegis Immortal's going to get reclaimed, so in 3 minutes' time, Roshan could spawn up for the teams. This may be the next attention point for both sides. Continue to farm up. Empire will still be happy as long as Resolution continues to get bigger and bigger. And Ghosty gets more and more space as well. That experience per minute, let it rock.
Can't forget about the Mirana, man.
You really can't.
FN is farm, man. He's got 15,000 net worth. He is currently sitting at 3,000 ahead of the Nature's Prophet and the Puck, who are of course ahead of that Venno, but I would say this Mirana net worth can become very, very strong later on. This hero scales pretty well, gets a damage talent level 20, has high agility gain.
He was the unsung hero of Game 1 on that Ember Spirit, and now EG, maybe they do something about him. FN farming up the Ancients, EG have no vision of that high ground. Crit putting down the sentry wall, they see the Observer, and then they get a glimpse of FN for a moment, but Sumail just used his orb to help push out the mid lane, and the rest of Empire are converging on the position. They're even going to Moonlight Shadow, but thanks to the Observer and Sentry Ward, they still actually don't see anything. They're smoked up as well as Moonlight Shadow, double the layer of protection for Team Empire.
The only hero Roger doesn't want to run into right now is the Puck. He has the gem. Anyone else is a kill.
Well, they found Crit, or maybe they've found Crit. Zai's down here as well. Sentry Ward placed, no Observer Ward. That smoke still hasn't broken yet. Maposhka's so close to it, but it's at the end of the smoke time, so they won't realize that smoke broke because of them. Crit lets off the Splinter Blast, and there's your first stun. Zai, he's running as quickly as he can. The arrow flies forward from FN, it won't hit the target. Zai, keep running without wings, he's more aerodynamic. Moving up and over the hill, the Ice Blast won't be able to catch him. Zai, keep on running. Run, Zai, run! Roger. Can't catch him. Ghostic, at least the Plague Ward is down, and he is away. He's going to make it back to the dire side of the river after running from the tier 2 tower on bottom lane.
I wonder if this is how the first people envisioned flying would be. You know, just flap your arms. You know, oh, okay. Works well. All right, Zai gets out of there. Empire could have probably got 2 kills there if they weren't so hungry to go for the Wyvern. Both of them made the jump at the same time. They committed both stuns onto Crit, and Zai is happy and lucky to survive in that moment. And maybe EG now, they're converging. 4 of them are grouped up, but they don't want to smoke. They actually don't have one anymore.
But they have a double damage in the bottle of Arteezy.
He's so ready to fight.
Yeah,
Butterfly.
he really, really wants to.
This is a very strong Terribly, but still no BKB, and that means he's susceptible to this magic damage, and they have no save against that. They only have the Cold Embrace, no Glimmer Cape yet, I believe. Wyvern doesn't have it, he's building toward it. Zai is going for a Heaven's Halberd this time around against the Sven, an item that they were definitely missing in that previous game.
Roshan
to control.
Think about the time,
Resolution.
man.
Yep.
3 seconds until it could potentially be up.
And we got ourselves a slightly above average spawn.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock.
Actually, a decent amount above average.
I wonder exactly what the average spawn time is. I don't have those stats available.
I can tell you by power of maths that it should be something about 9.5 minutes, Toby, because the spawn time is between 8 and 11.
Do we want to flip a coin?
Please don't cheer for
your math skills to get applauded?
If that's impressive. Then we got ourselves some innate math in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, a Danish education right there. All right, so Roshan, obviously EG can keep their eyes on it. The arrows are being thrown out from Mirana. That'll allow FN to scout out the pit too. As both teams, they can look to try and hold this. The only downside for Team Empire is their fastest pusher in the lane is still going to be this Van, and he needs to come down and push the lane now. With the +4 triggers being summoned by Universe, he does get a lot of push whenever he summons the trees as he comes to the lane, and he will keep the split push going. So we have to look towards the BTs. Hilariously enough, no one from Empire actually has BTs. It's always going to be the TP scroll.
Yeah, VOTs are item. It's an item that you might want to get on the Mirana next after.
Oh, Ghostic. He's going to walk in. A quick push out with his 4-star, and they commit the Moonlight Shadow.
That's another smoke from EG that doesn't really bear fruit. The last one, did they get a kill with their last smoke? I don't even remember.
Seems like an eternity ago. Math has clouded our judgment.
They've got a pretty good amount of vision in this game, like you pointed out. The feel of the game is different. This time, we're getting further into the game, and it doesn't seem like EG in the same way are losing out on the gold grab. It's more or less stabilized. Experience favoring Empire a little bit. That's the Venno talent. I would attribute a lot of that to. But EG still, they're looking better.
I know.
But you still, that X factor that we've seen from EG in the past just doesn't really seem to be there in the same force in the series.
They have one way of doing it, and that's the universe factor. It's the split push factor.
Yep.
We did see him in previous series, in previous games during TI7, looking for that side of the push off, making the enemy wonder if they can go for the trade. And with that lack of maneuverability without the BTs and Empire, they do have to commit to the fight. This is their problem. There's a big army of trees pushing the bottom lane. They smoke up, looking for the fight. Roshan is now back up. At least because they brought down that tier 3 tower in the middle, they can get rid of the shrine, so EG can't bring reinforcements to Roshan. But the attack, they found the opening. It's over on Puck. Cold Embrace protecting him. It wears off in resolution. A quick kill. The Gem of True Sight hit the deck. It's now in the hands of Roger.
Radiant's top tower is
But the
under
push is still coming in on bottom lanes. They want to go for Roshan for the push to the tier 2 tower up on top. How hard do you want to commit to this Team Empire?
They can kill this Roach really fast. They didn't use God Strength for the kill. So look at this. This is
That's
like a 10-second Roach kill. Somebody needs to go back to base though. This is
There's no
the last March of the Ents happening at bottom right now. Sorry for the spoilers. If you haven't seen Lord of the Rings.
Venomancer will have to do it. I almost want to see him commit his Nova to try and defend it. Because the tier 3 tower is dying. Gale won't be enough. And you're seeing it fall. They have to fortify to defend against these treants. Meanwhile, Universe TP's over, finding Maposhka, walking up. He was looking for an aggressive observer ward. So Universe finding a kill and bringing that tier 3 tower almost to its needs at 137 HP.
I'm really wondering. This game is obviously super big for both teams. It secures Empire the progression into the next round in the top 8, and for EG it gives them that third game. And you feel like all EG needs at this point is just that little bit of momentum that I was worried for Liquid as well after that game 1 against Secret. They got destroyed, and then they found their footing, clawed themselves back into game 2, and game 3 looked very nice for them. I feel like you can see a similar tendency from EG, but they need to find that opening in this game where you just feel like, okay, now EG has this game. And that moment hasn't really occurred for, well, 20 minutes once again.
Yep.
They're finding these small picks. They get a kill on the push. Okay, it's nice, but Empire get the Roshans. Empire get the TI3, the tier 3. TI3 went to Alliance. Spoilers, sorry if you didn't see the International 3. But the shrines as well. Empire are going to take the bottom shrine out. No, Resolution forgot it exists. Actually, he's running in circles around it. He can attack this building. There we go.
He's worried about revealing his position.
Yeah, of course.
Is the only thing. And EG.
Bottom tier 1's going to fall as well. Empire, again, progressing on the map. They're getting something done. Actually, now they're hesitating a little bit.
It's the team fight they're worried about. They're worried about getting cursed up. They're worried about Arteezy actually having an influence. Now, you did get a counter against that. The Monkey King bar got picked up by Resolution. He has the double damage rune as he solo TP'd up to the top, going for the kill! Universe shredded apart! A man with a sword is all you need for Team Empire.
I just saw Mirana destroy a tower in 10 seconds as well. It's got to worry you if you're EG, man. You're seeing this progress of these cores. Do you feel like you're keeping up?
You feel like you're staying in it, probably more.
This is the problem with Puck. If you're picking Puck and you're not finding fights and you don't go Midas, this hero has this downfall, and then on level 25 you pick it back up again. But Sumail is really far away. He didn't go Midas, and the fights didn't go their way.
Next, the Spike Carapace is up. That'll actually get the stun because they did dust him up. A quick Yule Scepter up and towards the end. Moonlight Shadow will now protect him. Where is your secondary detection? Dream caught from Sumail. Woofs! In the jungle, the arrows flying forward and support is arriving from Team Empire. FN with that leap up. He's looking for a fight. He's got the Aegis Mortal. He really wants a fight. Even the Monkey King bar ready to attack into Arteezy. But EG retreat home. They did not get the opening they wanted.
Good disengage. That could have been a lane of racks if they got caught off. I think no buyback on the Night Stalker. Puck and the Terrorblade both have it. No buyback on crits.
This is great though for Empire. There's no pressure coming in on their
the Carapace!
It's a perfect Spike Carapace into an arrow. The 4-staff out. Crib will survive. The Ice Blast doesn't connect and sends to Mirana, who has to Manta Style out of the Bloodthorn. And escape away. The tier 3 tower chipped but not killed. And already, Universe knows what his job is. TP to bottom lane. Realize it's still only the Orchid. He hasn't finished the Bloodthorn, holding onto that buyback money.
The split push game really seems like the only thing that EG can really pull off at this time. The 5-man fights are maybe possible when Nature's Prophet and Puck are starting to have big enough items, but for now, this Mirana and Sven combo is just stronger than this core combo of EG. It's just the nature of the heroes if they don't find the type of game they want. So Universe needs to get big. Bloodthorn is coming in close. He could actually buy it, but doesn't have buyback, so he's holding on to that. Glimmer Cape still not up for Wyvern. Looks like Crit is changing his mind and going for a Force Staff for himself instead.
Defensive wards are up, the arrow flies forward, Crit. Standing still is how you dodge arrows.
Arteezy. Ice
This is
Blast.
problematic. The Ice Blast is perfect. Spycap is doing the work with Sumail. Into the backlines, killing off Papochka. They need more control.
They're losing
More
racks,
damage.
Toby.
The Venomancer, he may go down. You are right. The mid lane's been taken out by the Mirana. She's moving up towards the top tier 3 tower. The mid melee is gone. So the fight is split up. Universe standing his ground against the way, but on the top lane, that's where the defense is. FN did the damage. It's the trade-off game. It was meant to be EG with the Prophet causing that, but now it's Resolution, the manliest of all, killing off the Vampire of Night Stalker.
And the gem is back the other way again.
Hot potato.
So Mirana got the melee racks and almost a tier 3 tower top.
Tier 3 tower bottom. The Gale had pulled him off. It's on 31 HP. Ghostic barely was able to take the aggro of the Dark Creep wave back.
That's pretty important to hold on to.
FN's back in top.
Yep.
Crit doesn't have Curse. Sumail, she had Blink Silence, but it's too late, especially up against a Manta.
Bit of chip damage there from Event. He's almost 25. I'm curious to see if he goes for the Leap Talent or the Triple Arrow. We used to see core Miranas. Actually, we're going to have a replay here. So there's the stun on Arteezy. Get the Ice Blast coming in. But he does get the BKB off here. Good timing on that. Avoids the explosion damage. And is able to turn around and go fight. Meantime,
It's such a
Mirana
hard
is
fight
hit.
when you got no mana. Like, he starts this fight with only
That
100
cheese.
mana.
So clutch from Ghostic. And he will survive in the end of this. He survived, right? The man fights Universe and survives this?
Yeah, he gets out with a Force Staff. He gets just out of the range of the trees in time. So a lucky duck.
And then it's like, damn, I only got 1 rat.
Universe is going to get the hell out of here, like right now. Ancient Apparition as well as the Venomancer is coming in. He goes invis, no detection.
That was a sentry on Miposhka, but he doesn't have any way of breaking the TP, nor does the Venom, so Universe will get out of there. But as it stands, Empire are once again controlling the map.
Resolution.
They're able to take it.
Crit, he's just looking at it. Goodbye.
Yeah, it's not easy to play against Sven as a position 5 with 2,000 network.
He said you love crits. That's not even
Yeah.
that's not even a crit. That's
I
just
love it when they're
raw
not on me.
damage.
That's the best thing, as long as it's someone else. So,
Such a team player.
yeah. So Mirana did go for the triple arrow. In the past, we used to see Leap attack speed all the time, but since Leap got changed to only a 5-second duration instead of 10, players are opting way more for the Sacred Arrow. If you get any core arrow connection, or especially if you're lucky enough to get 2, that has a tendency of ending games, and this Leap duration is not deemed to be valuable enough.
FM was already
5
able to force out fortification of Team Empire. He just came up the ramp, attacked it a couple of times with his Mantra Illusions, and that's enough for EG to fortify. Very problematic. Empire, their team fight's getting better and better. The Aghanim Scepter is on the Venoman, so they got protection from his Force Staff and that Lotus Orb on him. Rogers seems to just be finding everyone whenever he needs to, and the sustain on both FN as well as Resolution is just intense. These pickoffs will help you come back, especially the solo pickoffs for Sumail. It's levels to get to 420. He needs that level 25 talent. And the Radiant Courier sniped by Universe. Every little bit counts.
Yeah, this adds up. This actually gives EG some pretty important information. Sumail got 450 gold for killing the AA.
Are they
This
coming
should
for
give them an
Resolution?
idea of the gold graph of the game.
Arteezy going into a fight once more with only 480 mana. He does have the double dash.
Carapace!
No Skadi yet. Spike Carapace sets over on Sumail.
Oh, he's mistimed
and the
it.
curse is out for Crit at the moment. Holding Nick's Assassin in position. Arrow flies forward. Resolution. Oh, come on. Has Crit not been through enough? Here comes Arteezy looking for the damage. He has the DD room, but Resolution just has himself. He cleans up the rest of Arteezy. Zai trying to focus onto that Mirana. Support is here from Arteezy, but Resolution already has the double kill further to the south.
Arteezy's in
Sumail
trouble
controls the
now.
kill with Nick's Assassin, but Arteezy needs to survive. The Ice Blast is going to connect. The Stormbolt held their Universe. Space created with the Sprout. Arteezy, does he actually burn? Nothing will reach him. Sumail gets a double kill, taking out the FN spree. And Resolution has to stand here under the Dream Coil. EG is still 2 men down. They have to retreat back.
That's a game-saving Sprout. Arteezy was 100% dead there without that Sprout from Universe. He didn't have buyback.
Run Courier. It managed to pick up the gem which was dropped on the deck. It still got the rest of the Skadi, which needs to be delivered to Arteezy. Courier currently having more value than net worth. If Crit, he's got nothing. But the Skadi is up, and they needed that in the fight. They needed to kite Resolution. He was free to do what he wanted, and we'll have another look at that fight.
It's just very important for EG that Sumail doesn't die here. Roger didn't have the vision to secure the stun. Crit dies, getting used to that. He's going to get jumped by Rezo every fight and just killed off. And Arteezy, see, this is an awkward situation because he doesn't know what the cooldown is on Sven's Lincoln, so he doesn't know if he can really go for a Sunder play or not. So now he's going to back off after trying to help out Zai a little bit. Now the Lincolns is ready again as Sven jumps in, and we're going to have a little look at FN leaning back. Apparently, I'm pretty sure those two things did not happen at the same time. His hero was still alive. And Universe is like, well, you're welcome, Arteezy. We can still win TI.
Oh, it's a long road to go. Even if they do win this game, that will still only force a third as Team Empire have that advantage. But Evil Geniuses, now they know that Roshan is up. They're getting more and more into their arsenal. The Aghanim Scepter is on Sumail. A big item, especially to help control that BKB Resolution, not allowing him to keep moving. This is what I was wondering about. Team Empire later on, you've got all this net worth, 27k of it, onto Resolution. They're defending the tower that's at 6 HP. They refuse. Hold the line. But Roshan.
Axe on Puck is big. Nature's Prophet is closing in on Hex. There's the scan, though, from Radiant. They're not going to give up this Roche.
That's big for EG. They don't get hit by the Ice Blast, but just to make Arteezy's life better, he gets stunned up. The second he tries to go back into the pit, and Roger, Invis, Dream Call, big catch from Sumail. They've already killed off Popochka. Can they get Resolution? The cleave is going out, but it's only on a fake Arteezy. He'll make more of that, and maybe they have the slow. Resolution back to the tier 2 tower. Sumail going in after it, and Ghosting. The ulti is nice. It's coding EG and Junk, but Resolution back to the safety of home. He's away. Ghosting may not be so lucky. Arteezy has the damage. He has the range. He has the power. And with a double catapult wave, they can bring down the tier 2 tower. But remember what they started. They came here for Roshan.
They could try to go for it. Their heroes are very low. Zai is low. Arteezy is half HP. The other two are faring pretty well. With Venomancer being dead, they might try to go for it. This is not a guaranteed Roshan, however. Sven can try to contest this.
Buyback's
together with
coming.
Mirana and the buyback of Veno.
Arrow's
they want to get there.
forward. Universe gonna dodge it. It doesn't hit Arteezy. It hits Roshan, making life easier. And the science onto FN. Roger looking for a target. Spy Carapace being committed very early. Resolution will get the sun over on Zai, so he'll kill him to the north while the Yule Scepter sending that Nyx assassin around. Hits the ground. Killed off quickly by the Bloodthorn. FN still looking for another kill. Sumail gonna draw himself away, but that Malionia damage. EG. They have to retreat. They've already lost one. The stun is too big. Goodbye Arteezy. Buy back out from Zai. He's TPing to the tier 3 tower. Long way to go, but Sumail goes in. The triple coil plus the silence, allowing Arteezy the space to get away. They'll all tank the stun, and they need to keep running, but Resolution blinks forward. Ice Blast coming in. Arrow as well. It won't connect on any of the heroes. So Crit even dodges it. Arteezy, he needs to live. He'll take the life away from Crit so they can survive. They're shrining up. Arteezy will make it, and the cut. It's on the Venomancer. EG, hold the line! 3 heroes gone! They're looking for more! Resolution, the Lincoln Sphere is being triggered, but he can still blink away. The damage didn't connect. The arrow from FN, however, it does on the side. He'll stand his ground, find that kill. Arteezy wants the kill, but he couldn't get the reflection off on FN, so Moonlight Shadow will allow Empire to retreat under the protection of invisibility, and the fight shall end.
Oh, at the last hour, EG are stepping up. They're playing these fights very, very well. Crit and Arteezy together, this is the key. Arteezy alive late game. First the Furion saving him earlier, and this time he gets sundered by Crit, or rather the other way around, and Crit gets a really nice burst onto the Veno Uni.
Bottom lane, he's coming in, he TPs forward and lets the trees take the tier 3 tower. This opens up more options for him because now he can look towards the shrines. Resolution, consolation is he has a whole bunch of trees to kill.
And he's going to be able to get his refresher against
Arteezy can't die here.
Oh,
where's the
he
ice
really
blast?
can't die because it's a solo Nyx.
Literally.
You are right. Technically right, the best kind of right.
There was no support nearby. So the buybacks, still Night Stalker and Prof are going to have theirs on cooldown, so is Venomancer. So you'll probably see the teams just temper the pace of this game for the moment. You can look towards the next Roshan. That's a while off.
Gonna hit the shrine. Did the cheese get used in that fight as well by EG? I believe it did.
Not seeing on any of the heroes, so I'm assuming it was.
Yep.
But now you've actually hit the 420 Sumail. This injection of money into him is allowing him to build into high levels of Dagon. So having the Veil of Discord and the Dagon pop, this is a lot of money, a lot of damage which is coming their way. Even if he just starts buying moonshots for everyone on EG, it's still going to be useful.
He can one-shot the AA, which is very good. Or, for example, force the Mirana down to half HP before she BKBs. This combo, this 1-2 combo from Puck is very fast. Just Veil, Dagon, blink, and use your spells, and you kind of have to respond with a BKB pop if you're FN. So keep an eye out for Sumail to look for that jump, especially with the help of Zai. It shouldn't be too difficult with that Night Stalker night vision. They will have most of the time. This is going to be a tense late game. This has the potential to go very late and also to end within a few minutes because both teams have such extremely powerful late game pushing heroes. The Sven can destroy barracks in no time. On the other side, you have Terrorblade and Nature's Prophet with their pushing prowess. Now Furion is going to get level 25. And it's going to be the remove teleport cooldown from Universe. So 100% split push focus. I guess his alternative was also 100% split push focus. So
this is just more enabling. More than anything else, just come into the fights, move out. Empire don't want to wait for it. They 4-man smoke up behind FN, who's pushing the mid lane in. This is the lane they had that momentum. This is the lane that FN already achieved victory on last time. Now, Evil Geniuses on the hill to the east of Empire. Will they wrap around? Roger will do it. Arteezy's the man. Will he get initiated on the BKB? Is out, so is a Dream Call. Resolution has to stand his ground for the moment. The arrows fly forward. Doesn't know any of EG. They want to fight. Arteezy has the range. The Venomancer has the ulti. Arteezy sunders up the damage. If he can't, actually he can't regenerate, he may as well steal it. FN, they'll have the deep to bring him down. Universe beating through the Mirana, getting through the beacon. Resolution! The Kravitz is unbelievable for Empire!
how did he live through that? FN gets, it's just one of those moments, oh, I'm sprouted, I'm just going to A-click ground and win a 1-on-3. Okay, that's probably not fair to say. That was not really 1-on-3, but it looked like it.
3 heroes down for Team Empire, for EG. How do they actually defend? Empire are taking the top lane of Rax. Sumail's looking at them, but the spy carapace up from the next assassin. He goes for the stun. Puck will fall. EG is all falling apart. Even if Sumail buys back, it won't save the lane of Rax. It's just Arteezy. He bought a refresher, so at least he has Metamorphosis and BKB back up again, but he needs friends. And Team Empire, are they going to stop at 2 lanes?
They will probably take this middle range barracks with Resolution and then call it a day for now.
Sumail, Dream Call over on 2, triggers already. The Lincoln Sphere on Resolution, Ancient Apparition got stunned up. And Maposhka being low, Resolution, he didn't burn the BKB, which may have been the desire of Sumail. But FN feeds into the tower, already the Reflect. FN wants to break free. He's able to do so. But here they go through bottom once more. Get rid of the illusions. God Strength up for Resolution. Takes the tier 3 tower attack. Crit. Waiting on the lines. Arrows fly forward. It won't hit his mark. Roger. He'll hit his. It's a Terrorblade. The Ice Blast is coming in. Arteezy. He cannot die right now, or else this game is over from EG. The curse is onto FN. They'll return for the damage that's done from Arteezy. He gets his life back again. They still have the Shrine to work with. And maybe Resolution with no BKB. He can't escape. The stun is huge from Roger. Looking for the follow-up. He hits Arteezy. Holding him there. FN's bringing in the damage. Sumail has to come back. Maybe with the Shrine they have the life, but they're losing the teammates. Night Stalker has fallen. FN's focusing the rack while Resolution focuses the Terrorblade. Arteezy the tier 4 towers. Sumail back in again. Dream Call is up, but where is the control? Arteezy is gone, and EG is a last-ditch defense. FN breaks free, but Sumail's got the damage to kill him off. The buyback triple from Empire. They can smell it in the water, and it's EG's blood. The rivers run blue, and Evil Geniuses, they're trapped inside their own fountain. Sumail, the sole survivor at the moment, while Empire look to bring down the tier 4 towers to open up the Shrine. Sumail may have a triple kill. Ghosting lets it over freely fly. Resolution, there go the tier 4 towers. Puck taken out of the fight for the moment. It's going down to 2,700. They find the life win as well. It looks over for EG. And it is over. Team Empire will 2-0 out the former TI champions, taking them out in the second round of the lower bracket.
This tournament just keeps on giving, doesn't it? Full of surprises. Empire, I think very few people would have picked them to win this 2-0. Maybe some people thought they could win this game, but EG came in as favorites for sure. Resolution, bathing in the glory of the crowd, having the time of his life, maybe the second best time of his life. Maybe he will have the time of his life later this tournament if this keeps on going for Team Empire.
If they can keep the run going, sure, the next opponent will be Team Liquid, but Evil Geniuses, it's a bitter defeat. They're not the first team to experience this. OG stood in the same place, losing from that lower bracket matchup, looking down and can't get the series. This one's actually even